Stop clearing your throat right now. Seriously, stop. That sound you keep making, ahem, 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 it is not helping you. In fact, every single time you do it, you are making the problem worse. And here's what nobody has told you. It is not mucus, it is not allergies, it is not a cold that never went away. You have been treating the wrong thing for months or even years, and I am about to show you exactly what is really happening inside your throat. What you learn in the next 20 minutes will change the way you think about that annoying tickle forever. Let me ask you something honest. How long have you been clearing your throat? A few months? A few years? Maybe you cannot even remember when it started. It just became part of your daily life. You wake up and clear it, you drink your morning coffee and clear it, you sit down to eat dinner with your family, and halfway through the meal you have to stop and make that sound again. Maybe people have started to notice. Maybe someone at work has asked you if you are okay. Maybe your own kids have started to mimic you without even realizing it. And the worst part is, you have tried everything. You have tried cough drops. You have tried allergy medicine. You have tried drinking more water. You have tried tea with honey. Nothing works. Or maybe something works for a day or two, and then the tickle comes right back. Sound familiar? If this is you, I need you to listen very carefully, because most people are completely wrong about what causes constant throat clearing. They think it is mucus. They think their throat is full of phlegm that needs to be coughed up or cleared out. But here's the truth that will shock you. In most cases of constant throat clearing, there is almost no mucus at all. What you feel is not something stuck in your throat. What you feel is irritation. And your brain cannot tell the difference between a drop of acid, a drop of mucus, or a drop of anything else touching your vocal cords. All your brain knows is that something is there and it needs to go. So you clear your throat. But here is where the trap snaps shut. When you clear your throat forcefully, you are slamming your vocal cords together. Imagine taking two pieces of soft, wet tissue paper and slapping them together as hard as you can. That is what happens inside your throat every time you make that ahem sound. The first time you do it, you cause a tiny amount of swelling. That swelling makes your throat feel even more irritated. So you clear it again, and again, and again. You see the problem? You are trapped in a loop. Irritation makes you clear your throat. Clearing your throat makes more irritation. More irritation makes you clear your throat even more. It is a cycle that can go on for years, and the only way to break it is to understand what started the irritation in the first place. So let me tell you the 3 real causes of that tickle in your throat, and none of them is mucus. The first cause is silent reflux. I mentioned this before, but let me go deeper because this is the #1 reason people clear their throat constantly. Silent reflux happens when stomach acid and digestive enzymes travel all the way up your esophagus and into your throat. But here is the tricky part. With silent reflux, you feel almost no heartburn, no burning in your chest, no indigestion, just a tickle in your throat that will not go away. Why does this happen more as you get older? Because the valve at the top of your stomach gets weaker over time. That valve is supposed to keep everything down. But after years of eating large meals, eating late at night, drinking coffee, drinking alcohol, and carrying extra weight, that valve becomes loose. And when that valve is loose, every time you bend over, every time you lie down, every time you eat too much, acid creeps up into your throat. But remember, your throat was never designed to handle acid. Your stomach has a special lining that protects it from acid. Your throat does not. So even a tiny drop of acid landing on your vocal cords will cause instant irritation, and your brain says clear it. The second cause of constant throat clearing is something called post-nasal drip, but not the kind you think. Most people believe post-nasal drip means your sinuses are producing too much mucus, but the real problem is often the opposite. As you age, your sinuses can become dry and irritated. When they become dry, they produce a thick, sticky mucus that is much harder to swallow. That thick mucus drips down the back of your throat and lands right on your vocal cords. And just like a single grain of sand in your shoe, a single drop of thick mucus on your vocal cords will drive you crazy until you clear it. But here is what most doctors never tell you. The mucus is not the disease. The mucus is a symptom. The real problem is the dryness and irritation in your sinuses. So what causes that dryness? Air conditioning in the summer, heating in the winter, not drinking enough water, taking too many allergy medications that dry out your membranes. All of these things turn your sinuses from a moist, healthy environment into a dry, irritated factory that produces nothing but sticky glue-like mucus. The third cause of constant throat clearing is the one nobody wants to talk about: stress. Yes, stress. When you are stressed, your body produces more acid. When you are stressed, you breathe differently. When you are stressed, you tend to swallow more often. And when you swallow more often, you swallow air. That air fills your stomach and puts pressure on that weak valve I told you about. More pressure means more acid creeping up into your throat. But there is another way stress causes throat clearing. Have you ever noticed that you clear your throat more before a big meeting, before a difficult conversation, or when you are nervous? That is not a coincidence. Stress creates a sensation in your throat called globus sensation. It feels exactly like a lump or a tickle, and your natural response is to try to clear it away. But you cannot clear away stress, so you keep clearing, and nothing changes because you are treating a physical symptom of an emotional problem. So now you know the three real causes: silent reflux, dry sinus post-nasal drip, and stress. But knowing the cause is not enough. You need to know what to do. So let me give you 4 things that will stop your throat clearing within 2 weeks. Number 1, stop clearing your throat. I know this sounds impossible, but I need you to trust me. The next time you feel that tickle, do not make the ahem sound. Instead, take a small sip of room temperature water. Just a sip. Swallow it gently. That single sip will wash away whatever is irritating your vocal cords without slamming them together. Keep a water bottle with you everywhere you go, in your car, on your desk, next to your bed. Every time you feel the tickle, sip, don't clear. Do this for 3 days and you will already feel a difference. Number 2, change how you eat. Finish your last meal at least 3 hours before you lie down. No late-night snacks. No eating dinner at 9 p.m. and going to bed at 10. Your stomach needs time to empty before you lie down. When you lie down on a full stomach, gravity pushes everything upward into your throat. Also, eat smaller meals. A stretched stomach is a leaking stomach. Smaller meals mean less pressure on that weak valve. And cut back on coffee, alcohol, chocolate, and spicy foods for just 2 weeks and see what happens. I am not saying give them up forever. I am saying give your throat a chance to heal. Number 3, fix your sleep position. Do not sleep flat. When you sleep flat, acid can travel all the way up to your throat without any resistance. You need to raise the head of your bed by at least 6 to 8 inches. Do not just use extra pillows. Pillows bend your neck and actually make things worse. You need a wedge pillow, or you need to put blocks under the legs at the head of your bed. When you sleep on an incline, gravity becomes your friend. It holds the acid down where it belongs, and your throat stays clean all night. Number 4, hydrate your sinuses. Remember that thick, sticky mucus I told you about? It happens when your sinuses are dry. So you need to add moisture back into your nose. Use a simple saline spray twice a day, once in the morning and once before bed. Also, run a humidifier in your bedroom while you sleep. This single change has stopped throat clearing for thousands of people who suffered for years. Your sinuses need moisture to produce thin, healthy mucus that you can swallow without even noticing. Dry sinuses produce thick, glue-like mucus that sits on your vocal cords and drives you crazy. Add the moisture back, and the mucus becomes invisible again. Now let me tell you something that will give you hope. Your throat wants to heal. Your vocal cords want to be smooth and quiet, but you have been working against your own body by clearing your throat thousands of times. Every time you clear, you cause swelling. Swelling takes time to go down. You have to give your throat a break. Think of it like a scraped knee. If you keep picking the scab, it will never heal. But if you leave it alone, clean it gently, and protect it, the healing happens faster than you expect. Your throat is exactly the same. Stop picking the scab. Stop clearing your throat. Sip water instead. Change your eating habits. Sleep on an incline. Hydrate your sinuses. Do these 4 things consistently for 2 weeks, and I promise you will wake up one morning and realize you have not cleared your throat in hours. That silence will feel strange at first. You might even feel like something is missing. But that silence is your throat saying, "Thank you." That silence is healing. One more thing before you go. If you have tried all of these things for 4 full weeks and nothing has changed, you need to see an ear, nose, and throat doctor. Not your regular doctor, a specialist. They have a tiny camera that goes through your nose and looks directly at your vocal cords. This is painless and takes less than 5 minutes. Sometimes there is something else going on, like a small polyp, a cyst, or a nerve problem. These are rare, but they are real. Do not suffer for years thinking it is just mucus when a 5-minute camera test could give you a real answer. But for the vast majority of people, for maybe 95 out of 100 people watching this, the answer is not a pill and it is not a surgery. The answer is understanding that your throat clearing is not a mucus problem. It is a reflux problem, a sinus problem, or a stress problem, or all 3. And you can fix all 3 without drugs. Stop clearing. Sip water. Eat early. Sleep elevated. Hydrate your nose. That is it. That is the whole solution. You have been making it complicated because the internet and the commercials have told you that you need a product or a prescription. You do not. You need to understand your own body. Your throat is not broken. Your throat is trying to protect you. Every time you feel that tickle, your throat is saying, "Something is here that should not be here. Help me. Do not hurt me by slamming me together." So here is my final challenge to you. For the next 24 hours, do not clear your throat even one time. Every time you feel the urge, sip water instead. Just try it for 1 day. Leave a comment below and tell me what happened. Did the tickle get less? Did you feel more in control? Did you realize how often you were actually clearing without even thinking about it? I want to know. And if this video helped you, share it with someone you know who makes that sound. Do not embarrass them. Just send them this video. They will thank you later. Your throat has been trying to tell you something for months or years. It is time to finally listen. Stop clearing. Start sipping. Heal that throat. You have got this.